And there's a song called He Favors Me. They whispered, conspired, they told their lies, but God favored me. My character, my integrity, my faith in God, He favored me. I would not bend, I would not fall, I would not compromise, and He favored me. From foster care, going home to home, being adopted by a lovely family, some of which that passed on, that I miss them so much. I'm so grateful, and others may look and say, oh, well, you just got your pen, but guess what? That wasn't easy to come by, And I went from high school to get my CNA to working as a CNA for 10 years. Went into Newman, transferred, got my associates in science, transferred to Newman University, was 1 year away from a senior year of BSN school, Bachelor's of Nursing, and failed out by 1 point. And little did they know that I was working 2 jobs and taking care of my Aunt Naomi, and she was sick, and I mean, deathly sick. And here I am, busting my behind, went to try to file a grievance letter, all of that, and they said no. And I said, 2 years, and I went into a small bit of a depression period, and thank God for friends and family and church family and those that truly love me, and that are truly praying for me. I got through it. And there was even a time that I was supposed to go into another program, and things was just not working out. And I began to work at a place called Waverly, and I loved it there, you know what I'm saying? And just even in my experience in my years of at Villanova, 7 years, the patients that I had dealt with, they were just so special to me. And I worked more so with the geriatrics specialty, that field, and I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about caring for others, and I've learned a lot about selflessness. And every client that I had, I made them feel like they were the only person I was taking care of. And every time I would say goodnight, tuck them in. And I'm telling you, I would be taking care of like 12 or 13 people every day, full time. But they made me feel special. Like, I never looked back to say, I'm looking for a thank you. But it was this one specific person that I'll never forget. And he was a retired priest, and I was taking care of him. I think I took care of him for about 5 years or so, 7 maybe. And one day I was finishing him up, and I got him tucked in. I'm like, are you comfortable? I want to make sure you're comfortable, because I'm not laid there. You're laid there. And he busts up and he said, okay, yeah, I'm comfortable. And he said, excuse me, Miriam. I said, yes. He said, are you going back to nursing school? Well, you should be a nurse. And I said, yeah, I was in school, but I took a little bit of a break. And he said, please go back. And I was just like, wow. And what he told me was, he said, you are so special. You make me feel like nothing has changed. And when you're bedridden, that says a lot, But he said, you remind me of my sister. He said, you have such a sweet spirit. don't ever change who you are and how you deal with people, because that's what makes you stand out. He said, please, please go back. And then there was another client, I'm sorry, that he used to sing, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine." And I just never knew the effect I had on these clients, these people, even my coworkers and different ones I had talked to, or whoever. I never looked at myself as anything big, but God will make you share your testimony. He will make you, cross paths with these people so that you can tell them and show them, like, if it wasn't for the Lord, and I know it wasn't for the Lord, I would not be here today. So, me passing my Nclex, like, it means the world to me. This is just the first step. But I'm gonna take pride in being a nurse. I'm gonna take pride in this position that I have, because no matter what job you have, it's paying your bills. So forget about what the naysayers have to say, from the young man or young woman doing janitorial work to somebody that's in a Fortune 500 job. It doesn't matter. As long as it makes you happy and this is something that you're doing, something that's beneficial to the world, don't worry about anybody else and what they have to say about something that you're doing for yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be happy with what you're doing. Confront God about your life, your future, your goals, and your spiritual life, and the life you want to live in for Him. Forget about what everybody else got to say, because a lot of people have a lot of opinions, but they're not doing anything for you. They can give you advice. They can give you, something here and there. But honestly, it's between you and God. And whatever you do, you need to be happy with what you are doing personally. I wish I knew this when I was younger. Many times I would cry, pillows soaked, because I felt like I wasn't enough for anybody to be, because, I didn't have, my family around what I thought. So a lot of those things that I went through caused me to think otherwise, and the way I was being treated sometimes. But God placed loving, beautiful people in my life, and I realized, like, hey, I'm loved. I am loved by God, and I am loved by true people all around, all around. And I call myself an ambivert because there are times where I love to be around people, and there are times where I like to be by myself and have a moment with God. So my encouragement to you is keep going. Do what your heart feels. Never give up on the dreams and goals and the passions that you have in life, because God gave you those passions, those gifts. And there are things that I intend on doing, and I know that God had gave me to do, and guess what? I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna trust God, because I trust God in getting this nursing license, and He came through for me. And I thank everybody that prayed for me and truly believed in me, never gave up on me. I love you so much. I love you so much. God bless, and I hope this video can encourage somebody. God bless.